Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be playing around with some makeup that I've actually been wanting to play around with for a while. I made a Beauty Creations order. First of all, I'm loving the SpongeBob on the inside of the lid. Most of these products are products that have been out for a while. They're not like new to the brand, but they're products that I've been wanting to try out for a while. So I just went ahead and I made an order. I'm going to show you guys what I picked up, and then we're going to put them on our face and see how they work out for me. First thing I picked up is a couple of primers. I got the Flawless Stay Primer Stick. This is a mattifying stick. I got this to mainly put in my areas where I get the oiliest because I do have oily skin. So apply it maybe in here on my chin. I do get it kind of oily in this area too. And then I bought the Flawless Stay Grip Primer. I'm assuming that this is a dupe of the one from Milk Makeup and the one from e.l.f. So that's what that one looks like. From the box, it looks like it's going to be green. My husband is currently in the kitchen right now, cleaning behind the refrigerator. So if you hear like a little banging or anything, that's what's going on. And this is what the primer stick looks like. I've never used a makeup or a primer that's in a stick form, so this is going to be interesting. That's a tiny bit of a fragrance, almost cocoa buttery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, put it in the T-zone, and then take the gripping primer and kind of go over the top of that. And I bought a foundation. This is the Flawless Stay foundation. A lot of the products I bought are from that Flawless Stay line. This is something that I have really been wanting to try for a while. The shade I got is FS 7.0. You guys know I did that huge foundation declutter back in December 2024. So now I have room for more foundations to try out. So I'm excited about that. I also grabbed from Flawless Stay the concealer. This is full coverage. The shade I got is C14. Now, somehow I ended up ordering two of these. I don't know how I did that, so I have two in the same shade. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep one and just give one to my daughter. My daughter, her skin tone is a little bit lighter than mine. She doesn't use foundation like all over her face, concealer all over her face. You know, she just touches up with concealer like under her eyes and then spot treats. The shade on its own should be the right shade for her to just spot treat on her face or spot cover. So I'm going to give one to her and then keep the other one for myself. I don't know how I did that, but yeah, I have two of these. And then I wanted to try one of their highlighters. When I did my highlighter collection declutter back in December, I noticed I didn't have anything that was kind of a frostier, like silvery, highlighter shade for like the winter months, and I wanted something like that. So I grabbed one of their Final Finish highlighters. This shade is in Diamond Blind. Somehow I ordered two of these as well. Now with this, what I did was I thought I ordered two different shades. Somehow I ordered two of the same. So this one is going to go in my giveaway. Everything, by the way, was on sale. Beauty Creations was having like a 40 to 50% or 50% off sale rather. So everything was half off. Love this packaging. This kind of reminded me of the Rare Beauty packaging. There is the highlighter. Very, very icy. I'm going to go ahead and swatch this because I want to see. I like how that feels. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, that's what I was wanting. I have a lot of warmer tone highlighters, pinky, peachy, other type tones, but I didn't have anything more on the icier side, so I wanted to have something like that to add to my collection. And then the last things that I picked up, these are all lip products. I grabbed one of the Velvet Stay. These are the lip paints. The shade I got is in Roxy. It's like kind of a orangey, red, burnt orange kind of a tone. I wanted to see how well this stays on, so I got that. And then I got 4 lip pencils. As many of you guys know, I have been trying to find the perfect peachy, kind of a nude lip pencil, and I'm still in the search for that. So I grabbed 2 of this is the wooden lip pencils. The shades I got are Pumpkin to Talk About, and then the other shade is Dolce e Caramello. So we'll see how these go. If they end up being too light for me or the tone is just off, I'll give them to my daughter because she likes shades like this as far as, in lip pencils. And then I got 2 of these are the Nude X pencils. These are retractable, long wear, waterproof, smooth glide on, and smudge proof. So something else I'm looking for is a lip liner that stays and doesn't start to like bleed into my lip lines or anything because, being almost 50, I do have fine lines around my lips. The shades I got are So Bare. This is more of an orangey peach nude, I'm hoping. And then the other shade I got is Always Extra. Now this one is more of a deeper mauvier tone because I don't have anything like this. So I wanted something to add to my collection. So we have those, and then the very last thing I got is a lip kit. This is the Always and Forever Lip Duo. And when you pop this open, you have a nude kind of a peachy liquid lipstick. This is matte, and then you have a matching lip pencil. Let's see how this goes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of get everything set up and organized, and then we are going to put all this stuff on our face. I've started decorating for Valentine's Day. My house is already decorated for Valentine's Day. What I do is I wait like a week or two after taking down the Christmas decorations, and then I put up the fall Valentine's Day decorations, and those stay up for like a month. My house is already decorated showing the Valentine's Day theme, and I thought I'd put up some decorations in here too. These are little heart-shaped lights. They're lit up. You can't see them very well, but they are on. And this right here I got from the Dollar Tree. It was white and I painted it red. So yeah, we got a little Valentine's Day love going on in the background. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Flawless Stay Primer stick, the matte stick, and I'm going to apply this in my T-zone. Like I said, I've never used a stick primer before, so we're going to see how this goes. You turn it to twist up. And I'm just going to kind of rub this in my T-zone area, and then I'm going to massage it in with my finger. It definitely feels matte. Kind of see how that looks as it sets down. Definitely has a matte feel for sure. Gonna massage that into the pore area. Have a couple of blemishes, one right here and then one right here. Fun times. I'm gonna put a little bit here, a little bit on the sides of my temples, and then also some in my forehead. Once again, I'm just going to pat that in. Moving into the Flawless Stay Grip Primer. Before we do that, let's see, as far as the matte stick, it's not like super matte, but I can tell that it has mattified a little bit. We'll see if it actually kind of helps control oil throughout the day. Now we're going to go into the Flawless Grip. Take this, put a couple of pumps in my hand. It's taking a second here to get it going. There we go. A light green, almost looks like Sprite as far as the tone. I'm going to rub this in everywhere. I like a really good gripping primer. The ones that I have used, I have found do a good job to mattify and just kind of set everything down. And it just overall helps your foundations to last a little bit longer. Oh, that definitely has a stickiness. You see that? Definitely sticky. Foundation and concealer. Now I don't know if you guys can see, it looks like the concealer is slightly deeper than the foundation. Always very difficult to find the right shades when you're trying to pick the shades online. Hopefully this foundation is not too deep and the concealer is not too dark. So let's go into the foundation first. Once again, the shade I picked out is FS 7.0. So hopefully it's the right one, because I went back and forth with the shades trying to make sure that I was finding the right one. I like to take my foundation and just pump it directly onto my sponge, and the sponge that I like to use is the e.l.f. Total Face Sponge. It's literally the only one that I use. It's the only one that just blends everything so perfectly on my skin. I've never been a brush girl, but I love this sponge. First of all, it's very, very yellow. It doesn't look like it's super lighter than my skin tone. It actually looks pretty close to it, but it's got a very yellow tone to it. I'm just going to take this and just blend it all over. And we'll see it may oxidize as well. Sometimes foundations will do that. Already, once it's blended out, I can see that it's blending into my skin tone a little bit more. Slightly light, but not much. I do like the finish. It's looking very natural, very skin-like. I'm just going to finish blending this in, and then we'll move on to the concealer. Foundation is blended in, and it's slightly lighter than my skin tone. Like, this will not work in the summertime when I'm a little bit more tan, but overall, it's actually not that bad. A little more yellow than I thought it was going to be. But the finish is really, really pretty. It looks very, very soft. All right, now let's go into this concealer. Hopefully the concealer is not too light. This is also something that I went back and forth on. And whenever I'm picking foundations, concealers online, usually I do an under eye corrector, just so you guys know. But since this is the first one I've ever used this concealer, since it's new to me, I'm going to go ahead and do it directly because I want to see how well it covers on its own without using the corrector. Okay, on the eyes, the face actually looks a little bit lighter than it's looking in the tube, which is good. I'm going to put some underneath the eyes. I get a lot of darkness in here. I'm going to go back in with my sponge, and I'm just going to start blending. It did a pretty good job of covering, but, I have a little bit of redness around my nose. That's just natural. And then these little blemishes right here. I don't ever really try to like put heavy layers of makeup on blemishes. I just don't like to do that. Cover it pretty well around my nose. I'm going to go in, just start blending under the eye. See what that coverage is like. I do usually like to let a concealer just kind of sit in that area for just a little bit, because if you let a concealer sit in the dark areas for like maybe like 30 seconds or so, it helps you to get a little bit more coverage. Coverage wise, it's pretty good. There's a little bit of darkness in this area. I'm going to take just a little bit more of the concealer. I'm going to put just a little bit here, right where it's darkest. I'm going to let it sit for about 30 seconds and then blend it back out. All right. Let's go back in and blend just in this area. You can see we get a little bit more coverage going on, and we did. It's not the highest coverage concealer, but it's actually doing pretty good. And like I said, I usually use an under eye corrector under a concealer anyway. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to set everything down with some powder. This is the In Real Life by Revolution. I didn't get a powder, pencil, bronzer, anything like that from Beauty Creations. We're going to use the pressed powder to set under the eyes, the loose powder all over the face. I'm going to do my brows using my pencil by Amuse, and then I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Beauty Bay bronzer and do the bronzer as well. And then when we come back, we'll move on to this Beauty Creations liquid blush. A couple of quick complexion observations. The foundation itself is looking really, really nice. It looked a little bit too light when I first put it on, but as you can see, it actually blended in perfectly. Now, as far as my skin tone, it is looking really, really nice. Oh, a couple of red spots right here. I just noticed. Anyway, the concealer. It is creasing a little bit, and you can see my shadows coming in right here. So this is definitely concealer I'm going to have to use my color corrector with, and that's fine. That's what I usually do anyway. But overall, it is looking really nice. All right, moving into blush. I didn't pick up a blush from Beauty Creations, but I have the Barely Blushing. It doesn't actually have a shade. I think Barely Blushing is the shade, but this is their liquid blush. I got this out of an advent calendar, and I've really been enjoying it. Usually I put liquid blushes over my foundation, set it down with powder, and then do like a powder blush over, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to put a couple drops in there. I've got this flat brush from AOA Studio. I usually like to use an angled brush, but I just finished washing all of them, so they're drying downstairs. This one usually blends in pretty good as well. I may go in and put a little bit of setting powder over the top just so that there's a place for the highlighter to go on, since the highlighter is a powder and not a liquid or a cream. Such a beautiful formula. It's like a satin matte formula. I'm going to go in with my sponge and just kind of tap it in. This way, it melts the edges in with the rest of my makeup so that I don't have harsh lines or just pink on my face. I did go ahead and set it down with a little bit of powder. That just helps it to extend a little bit more. And, like I said, going over the top with a powder highlighter. The shade, once again, is Diamond Blind. I'm going to go in with my Milani highlighter brush. This reminds me a lot as far as the packaging of the ones from Rare Beauty. I'm wondering if that's intentional. I'm going to go in with just a little bit and just kind of go over the top of my cheekbones. Oh, that is pretty. It's not like super white. That was something that I was concerned about. It's actually blending in very nice. It's just giving me a slight bit of frostiness in the cheekbones. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks really good. I was worried that it was going to be like glittery and white on the skin. I wasn't sure, but it's just giving me a nice little hint of frosty sparkle. That's pretty. Go back in with my sponge just to kind of blend it all in. And then I'm going to set everything down. And the spray I'm going to use, I also did not get a setting spray from Beauty Creations. This is the Revolution Ceramide Boosting Spray. I got this out of a Revolution Advent Calendar, and I like this one. This is one that I would never have bought by itself because I would think it would be all glowy and stuff, but it's actually really, really nice. It doesn't leave like a highlighter look in your skin. It's not like dewy, but it leaves your skin with like a healthy looking glow, but it actually does help to extend the wear of your makeup. I've really been enjoying it. let that dry down. Now at this point, what I usually do is I do an eye look first, but I'm actually going to film that for another video. Still working on my 2 looks for Nomad, the new Chamonix ski palette. And so I'm going to go ahead and just do a lip right now on camera that will go with the eye look that I plan on filming. And then I'll film that and we'll come back. All right, so I think maybe we can try the lip paint. I'm going to swatch real quick because I want to see what the actual shade looks like outside of the tube. So this is what our tube is looking like. Nice frosty packaging. So I'm going to swatch this. I want to see. It looks like it's a more warmer tone, which is what I wanted. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, it's a lovely burnt orange. Oh, I like that. We're going to use that one. That'll go well with the tones that I'm going to be using on the eyes. And wipe that off my hand. Now to pick a lip pencil. And ooh, you see that? It is already staining my hand, which is good. That means it's going to stick down on the lips really, really well. Now, I think I'm going to go with the Nude X pencil in So Bare. That should work. Let's see here. Yeah, that should be a perfect match. Go in and start filling in my lip line. Since I have little fine lines, along my lips, I always use a lip pencil first. I'm liking that shade. It's a nice, warm, peachy tone. That's definitely the tone that I've been looking for. I'm interested in seeing how well it wears, since this is supposed to be the one that's waterproof, smudge-proof, long-wearing, all that jazz. Let's go in with the lip paint. If I like this one, I may pick up some more shades because it's inexpensive. Like I said, I got everything on sale, but even the full price is not that bad. Beauty Creations as a whole, pretty inexpensive. Ooh, that shade is so pretty. So far, the formula is pretty comfortable. The combo with that pencil is really, really nice too. I'm going to let this set down for just a minute. I want to see how well it dries down, if it's going to transfer, because I always do like a kiss test in the back of my hand just to see, how transfer resistant it is. So I will be back in just a minute and we'll do a quick kiss proof test. All right, so it's been about 30 seconds or so. Let's see how this does. All right, it did transfer. Hold on. That was after 30 seconds, though. Let's see. I did wipe off. We will have to see how well it works as far as like drinking and eating and all that, but it feels very, very comfortable. I'm loving the way that it is looking. So that being said, I am enjoying it. And, maybe after it sets down a little bit more, it'll be a little bit more, less creamy and set down a little bit. All right, so this is what I'm going to do now. I am going to go off camera and I'm going to film that eye look. This will actually be the first look in the Nomad palette. You will see that video before this one goes up. So yeah, let me go off camera, film that video, and then we will come back and I'll give my final first impression thoughts on these products. I have completed my eye look and we are back. What do you guys think? Like I said, this video will already be up, so you will already seen this eye look already. All right, let's go on ahead and talk about what I thought about these products. First of all, the primers. My pores are very, very matte. I don't know if that's specifically because of the primer or because of everything else that went on top of it, but I don't have any complaints. Everything blended on top of really nicely. It didn't do like anything weird or anything. It's about all I can really hope for, and hopefully it does help with keeping my skin a little more shine-free throughout the day. I really did like this grip primer. I thought this worked really, really well. I think this is very, very comparable to the one from e.l.f. I've never used the one from Milk Makeup, so I don't know, but so far, so good. Foundation as well. When I first started applying it, as you guys could see, it looked really light. It looked lighter and it looked kind of yellow, but as you can see, it is set down really, really nice. Like, it actually looks really good. There's no like weird, difference in shade between my face and my neck. It actually set down really, really well. It may have oxidized just a hint, but it looks very natural. I'm really, really enjoying the way that it's looking. I'm actually enjoying the concealer as well. It didn't give me like full coverage. I say it's more of a light to medium coverage. It's one that I would definitely have to use a color corrector in this darker area for, but so far I think it looks really pretty as well. So as far as the Flawless Stay products that I tried, so far I'm liking all of them. There's not a single one that I am not enjoying. The lip paint, I think that looks so pretty. It's not like bleeding all over the place. I love the shade. I love the way that it looks on the lips. I think I'm going to grab a couple more of these. So far, so good. And the lip pencil. This is the Nude X in So Bare. I think this is a really, really good match to this lip, and so far nothing is bleeding anywhere. We'll just have to see how it lasts throughout the day. And then what else? We have the liquid blush. The shade is in Barely Blushing. I think that is the shade. Looks so natural and soft on the skin. I've actually been using this one for a while, so this was not really a first impressions. And then this highlighter, you guys, I really like this. This is the, what do you call this again? I'm not sure the name, but I know it's the Baked Highlighter. This one is in Diamond Blind. You guys, it's such a beautiful formula. It looks very smooth and wet looking on my cheek. So I have like a slight frostiness, but it doesn't look glittery. I really like this formula. I'm definitely going to go back on there and at least get one more shade of this too. I'm very happy with this. So yeah, I think as a whole, there was nothing here that I didn't like. So far, for me anyway, Beauty Creations is a hit. I definitely want to try some more products in the brand. Let me know, guys, if you've tried any of these products and what your opinions of them are down in the comments below. I will link the 2 looks video where I did this eye look in case you guys, want to see how it was put together. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. This is just one of many trying makeup videos that I intend to do this year. I have a ColourPop order on the way, and I also have, or I'm going to pick up that matte grip primer, the new one from e.l.f. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please try to give the video a thumbs up. It helps with getting my videos into recommendations. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would consider joining my little family and hitting subscribe. Make sure you tap the bell so you don't miss a thing. You can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and on Blue Sky. I'm no longer on TikTok. I explained that in the 2 looks video. I don't want to deal with all that drama. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.